Hello. I want to create the ability to attack with the player character. Go to inputs. I want to go to input actions. These are booleans, so I can just control D. That. Oh, sorry, 1 second. Okay, my other keyboard, I hit the spacebar. Okay, I want to call this attack. Attack. So this is attack. We can go to player character. We can type event action attack. You can get that. We can play animation, player character mesh. We can get attack. Let's see if we have anything. Sword and shield attack. We can see how long it is. We can pause it and go to end. It's 2.32 seconds. So what we can do is we can press D on our keyboard and left click or type delay. And it was 2.32 seconds. I can make this 2.32 because we're going to let the animation play. We're going to play it, we're going to delay, and then we're going to do once. You can press O on your keyboard. If that doesn't work, just type in do once. That's what I do. This animation can let's make it looping for now. Let's make it not looping and just see what we've got. So let's press attack. Let's go to the inputs. The last thing. Add attack, and that would be left mouse button. Let's try it now. Okay, so the player character attacks, and then it moves back into this idle position. So two things I want to do. You can see the player character. When we attack, do you see the little lines on the screen that appear? Let's go into a new editor window, Pi. This is how I normally do it. So there's little lines that appear. We're actually clipping. It's called clipping into the enemy. Clipping into the character. The camera's clipping. So I can I'm inside the character, but I'm also cognizant that there's an outside. So it's whenever both sort of become apparent. So right here, there's no clipping. When I do this, my head leans forward past the camera, and I can actually see the polygonal faces that face the camera that are built in the head. I think it's like an ear that I'm seeing, and also the right shoulder. So I want to adjust the camera. So if I detach the mesh from the camera, so whenever I lunge forward, the head is going forward past the camera. So I want to turn snapping off and just kind of edge this camera forward, maybe right there. That's at location 2543. So I moved it forward about 25 slots. When I press play, it's still a little clipping. So let's go back. Let's move this camera forward a little bit more. Add the mesh back onto the camera. Let's try it now. Yeah, there's no clipping except at the end of the animation. Let's fix that. Detach the mesh in the camera. Go to the camera. I just want to move it to the left a little bit. Or his right. The character's right. Ram's right. Let's try that. Let's move it up. Move the camera up. And we might as well center it again. That's good. Let's change this to 0. The Y to 0 now. Let's try this. Let's go back. Attach the mesh back onto the camera. Okay, so that's better. There's no more clipping in any parts other than when we raise our arms, which is sort of We can look at that. If we move the camera back now that it's higher, like there. Slow clipping. Okay, so I just want to go. I'm going to Control Z this twice, and then attach the mesh back onto the camera. And I'm going to be satisfied with this. It's just the arms kind of get in your face. So we can actually go in here in the event graph and sword and shield attack. Let's try 2. Let's do what 2 does. Okay, so this is just a slice. We'll keep this one. The animation. So let's see how long this animation is. Let's go press this spyglass icon to browse the animation. We can open it. We can fast forward to the end. It's 1.3 seconds. So I was having time where I couldn't do anything. The animation was finishing. It has an extra second, 1.02 seconds on it. If we try this now, I can attack. I can attack again right after the animation plays. That's attacking. So it goes back into this view. If we go after the delay, and we set animation mode. Do you remember we looked at animation mode? It's over here in the viewport. If we click the character, this is animation mode. It says use animation asset or use animation blueprint. I want to go back. This might be. We can do it. I think this will work this way at this stage. It'll even work now. I want to use animation asset. Let's try this. Okay, so we'll use this later. What I want to do now is play animation. I want it to be default SS anim 5. Default SS anim 5. Let's try this. So now our sword is kind of off center because we changed the camera. So it's kind of off to the side. You can see it right here. That's okay. I didn't really want it in our faces to begin with. And now it goes back into that mode where it holds it next to us. And let's just start again. Yeah, so it is like that by default. And after we attack, he goes back into holding it next to us, holding it forward. Okay, so this was getting a basic attack animation. What we can do when we attack is apply damage. The damaged actor. That can be. We're just playing animation. I actually want to do this elsewhere. We could do it somewhere like that. So this is getting the animation for the attack. So we'll work on adding the damage to it, I think, in another section. Actually, I think right now we're trying to get things built up a little bit more before we try to transfer information too far. But apply damage is really easy. You apply damage and then you event any damage. And you receive the damage and you deduct it from the health. I just need to be able to access other actor, and so I'm going to do it in another section later, so we can keep this quick and tidy. We added an input action attack. It's left mouse. I do once so that I can't just hold the button. I play an attack animation, I delay for the entire length of the animation, and then I go back to my standard default animation. Okay, in the next video, we'll keep working on this. Thanks a lot.